Life is always full of challenges, and one of them is dealing with people who lack respect. These individuals can make you feel weak or unworthy, but according to Stoic philosophy, you have full control over your reactions without needing to respond to disrespect with anger or arguments. Stoicism doesn't ask you to change those around you, but teaches you how to protect your inner peace and maintain your self-worth, regardless of the circumstances. When faced with disrespect, instead of reacting emotionally, you can apply Stoic principles to handle the situation calmly and wisely. Disrespectful people often want to see you waver, but the way you maintain your self-respect and composure is the best way to assert that you cannot be influenced by them. Explore 5 Stoic ways to deal with disrespectful people, helping you maintain your dignity and not allow others' negativity to affect your life. Solution number 1. Harness the power of silence. Have you ever tried using silence to deal with disrespect? It may seem simple, but it's actually a powerful strategy. When someone treats you with disrespect, what unsettles them the most is your silence. People who tend to provoke you often want to see a reaction, whether from embarrassment or anger. They want to pull you into an argument to prove themselves. However, when you remain silent and refuse to engage in the battle, you automatically shift the dynamics of the situation. You might think that silence won't change anything, but let me share a story. At a party with friends, there was someone who often made thoughtless remarks about me. Instead of arguing, I simply stayed silent and didn't respond. At first, he didn't understand, but when I didn't engage, he began to feel uncomfortable. Eventually, he stopped making hurtful comments and even started showing me more respect. Sometimes, the most effective way to protect yourself is by saying nothing at all. Silence not only helps you avoid being drawn into their fight, but it also sends a clear message. You don't need to explain or justify yourself. Disrespectful people often act without realizing the impact of their words, but your silence can serve as a mirror reflecting their behavior, helping them become aware of their attitude without the need for any argument. Solution number 2. Choose silence as your response. Silence can often be a powerful tool when faced with disrespect. While many might view silence as passivity or weakness, in reality, it is a choice filled with power. When you decide not to engage in arguments or respond to criticism, you force the other person to face their actions without any response from you. This sends a powerful message: I won't let you pull me into your negativity. When someone disrespects you, they often expect a reaction, maybe an explanation, an argument, or a sign of confusion. They want to see you uncomfortable or defending yourself. However, by remaining silent, you don't participate in their game. Instead, you maintain control and show them that you are unwilling to be affected by their negativity. I remember once, while working on a group project, one team member continuously criticized my work without clear reasons. He would often make unnecessary comments that sometimes made me feel disrespected. Instead of reacting, I decided to say nothing and calmly continued with my work. After a few instances, he seemed to sense that his behavior wasn't having an effect and stopped the criticism. This not only helped me avoid negativity, but also allowed me to maintain my self-respect and confidence in my work. Silence doesn't mean weakness or accepting disrespect. It's a way of choosing not to let the actions of others disrupt your life and thoughts. When you stay silent, you are protecting yourself from negative interference and affirming that you don't need to prove anything to anyone. Sometimes, silence is the strongest way to protect your inner peace and stop wasting energy on things that don't deserve it. Next time you face disrespect, try this. Instead of reacting, pause. Take a deep breath and show them that you can remain silent and still hold power. Solution number 3. Create distance. Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, there are people who constantly invade your boundaries and you can't change them? This is a hard truth to accept, but there is something important you need to understand. Not everyone deserves a place in your life. When someone continuously disrespects you, one of the best things you can do is create distance. This doesn't mean you hate them or hold a grudge. It simply means you are respecting yourself and protecting your peace. Creating distance is not about being cold or indifferent. It's about choosing who deserves to be in your space. Think of your life as a garden. where you only open the gates to those who truly respect and value you. If someone constantly crosses your boundaries, making you feel exhausted or anxious, why continue allowing them in? Creating distance helps you see things more clearly, without being tangled up in the negative emotions of others. I remember a colleague who always found ways to criticize my choices in both my work and personal life. Even when I did nothing wrong, every time I shared my plans, he would make dismissive comments. At first, I justified his behavior, thinking he was just being concerned. But over time, those comments began to make me uncomfortable. I no longer wanted to absorb that negativity, so I started seeing him less and stopped engaging in conversations with him. After a while, I felt so much lighter and realized that I deserved to be around people who uplifted me, not brought me down. Creating distance is not selfish, it's a self-protective action. You are not a doormat for others to walk on, nor are you a source of endless validation for them. Sometimes the best way to protect yourself is by giving space and stopping the constant invasion of your life. By keeping distance, you are reminding yourself that you are the most important person in your own life. Solution number 4. Hold your head high. Have you ever felt like someone is intentionally trying to make you feel small, as if they enjoy seeing you brought down? These individuals often make you feel insecure, and at times, you might even question your own worth. In moments like this, the familiar advice, hold your head high, can be the key. While it might seem simple, it's actually a very powerful action when dealing with disrespect. When someone disrespects you, they often try to make you feel unworthy or weak. They want to see you lower your head and feel inadequate. But when you stand tall, holding your head high, you're not just asserting your confidence, you're sending a strong message. I know my worth, and nothing you do can change that. I recall a former friend who always found ways to criticize my choices, from my career to personal decisions. At first, I thought he was just looking out for me, but over time, I realized his criticism was making me uncomfortable. One day, when he made a disrespectful comment about my career choice, I decided not to react as I usually would. I stood tall, looked at him, and continued my work without saying a word. He stopped talking, sensing that his words no longer had an effect on me. From that point on, he stopped criticizing me. Holding your head high isn't just a physical gesture. It's also a deep expression of self-respect. When you confidently refuse to let negative comments affect you, you're showing others that you are in control of your life. Those who disrespect you want to make you feel weak, but when you refuse to let them have that power, you make them feel off balance and powerless. Remember, holding your head high isn't about proving you are superior to others, but about affirming to yourself that you deserve respect and don't need to justify anything to anyone. Living with this confidence will help you realize that respect starts with you. Solution number 5, stop explaining your choices. You've probably been in a situation where, after making a personal decision, someone always wants to know why you did it. Why did you choose that job? Why did you turn down an exciting opportunity? Why did you change your lifestyle? Sometimes these questions are not genuine curiosity, but rather veiled criticism or pressure from others. But the truth is, you don't owe anyone an explanation for how you live your life. Your decisions are yours alone, and you have every right to live without justifying them to anyone. When someone questions your choices, they often don't want to understand the reasoning behind them. They simply want to judge, or worse, try to make you reconsider your decision. Some people feel uncomfortable or uneasy when you don't follow their path or when your decisions challenge their worldview. But here's the truth. You don't need to change your choices to please them. Your life is not a public debate where you must explain yourself every time someone asks. It is your right, and you don't have to explain. I remember when I decided to switch to an entirely different career, leaving a stable job to pursue my personal passion. People around me, from friends to family, were surprised and continuously asked why I made such a decision. They kept asking, why give up a good job? At first, I tried to explain my reasoning, sharing my passion and future plans, but the more I explained, the more they questioned, making me uncomfortable. The more I explained, the more drained and self-doubting I became. One day, when someone asked again, I simply replied, because I want to. No further explanation, no justification for my choice. After that, no one asked again. What I learned from that experience is that when you stop explaining, you free yourself from judgment and pressure from others. Standing firm in your decisions shows that you don't need anyone's approval. Your decisions only need to make sense to you. Confidence comes from understanding that your life is your own, and you have the right to choose without needing to explain yourself to anyone. When you stop explaining, you stop wasting energy seeking approval, and instead have more time and energy to live the way you truly want. So, next time someone questions your choices, instead of explaining, respond confidently with a simple phrase like, "Because I want to." That's a short yet powerful answer that helps you protect yourself and show that you don't need to justify why you do what you do. When you apply Stoic principles to deal with disrespectful people, you not only protect yourself, but also develop a resilient attitude that prevents negativity from affecting your life. The 5 approaches we've shared help you maintain calm, affirm your self-worth, and not be defeated by anyone. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share it with those you think may benefit. Turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. And be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments. Your story could be a great source of inspiration for others. Thank you for watching and continuing to be with us.